Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda of Theatre 2v2 on Aere Perennius. In the west, we have Fortune and Sir John Harrington fighting here for the German army. The Deutsches Afrikakorps here with the Hermann-Göring Fallschirmpanzergrenadier Division. 5th and 7th Panzergrenadier Companies in the north. East, we have the British here with Noony and Wolfe fighting here for the 1st Infantry Division, tasked with claiming this German and Italian held city here, no matter the cost. We got a double Panzer Pioneer starting to 250 half-track here for Sir John Harrington, and we got here a 250 half-track here as well, alongside what appears to be double Pioneers as well for Fortune. So both players here leading in with a Panzer Pioneer, which technically kind of makes sense. Panzer Pioneers and Pioneers in general are definitely, in part trained for urban combat, so it does make sense they're the ones leading the charge. East side there, we got the Sabres moving forwards, rapidly moving in to seize as much as it can. Actually got fast sections of that for Wolfe, and for Noony, we got a fast Vickers machine gun. German 250 after round to the scene here. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters, without which their continued generous support the Propagandacast would not be possible. So a big hearty thanks there, and a big thanks to all those charming devils who keep liking and commenting my videos. Very helpful there as well, and of course gets the video or the word of the Propagandacast out to as many people as possible. 2 thumbs up everyone involved there, both in supporting via Patreon and of course liking and commenting. So rushing up here, we got the half-track converging in the center here for the German army. 2 lighter Schützenpanzerwagons. Northeast subs advancing. Now the 250 after out here. In fact, both German players are going for a double 250 after start. Kind of makes sense for larger team game maps, as you know, they definitely provide you with a mobility advantage. Your opponent may not quite be easy to match, but it's at the same time not something you've seen a lot of nonetheless. So it's definitely a bit novel here when you got like a total of 4 250 half tracks, which is roughly 2 squads worth of half tracks, by the way, since basically an infantry squad would have like half of each squad riding in one half track. Fun fact there. Sappers roaming up the center here for Wolfe. Up north here, so Richard Harrington's half-track linking up there with Fortune, so for one in the south, which apparently just went up to pick up the passengers and is now moving up towards his will to link up with Fortune. So to Fortune, by the way, who's now going for Panzer Grenadiers here. So looks like we're about to look at a hell of a mechanized ride here. First shots fired here, Sappers there, there's the 250 half-tracks. The British, I think, are starting to realise that something's going on here. Good lord, they're going to do one of those Blitzkriegs, aren't they? Bloody Germans. And there goes Sappers there being rapidly pursued here. 4 half-tracks, guns and flamethrowers blazing here. Definitely not something I've seen before here in Company of His history, but we are seeing it in Company 3 here as they're racing down the streets. Anti-tank riflemen there, at least to some degree, are ready for it. 1 half-track goes up in flames, leaving just 3 half-tracks here. Tank on a section being rushed down there, but the other half-tracks here, as for Sir Richard John Harrington, goes in there, not Richard. Up north here, the section being ripped apart here. John Harrington loses 1 half-track here. Sections being absolutely pulverized. And we got the other section right here, almost wiping them out. Toss about here, so that's 2 half-tracks down. No wipes, though. There are definitely a lot of British have been treated, a lot of casualties have been inflicted, so maybe it sort of pays off there, I don't know. Oh, we might see a wipe here, though. We might see a wipe. Can they score it? Apparently the answer to that is no. And all the way here in the west, we've got a section being upgraded with anti-tank rifles. They're taking a lot of damage from the 250 half-track and the Panzer Pioneer inside. Mines here being laid down in the narrow Italian southern streets in north side. Noony is apparently not reacting to Wolfe getting wolfed up here by the Germans. So there you go, mines down. Set lone man, they're retreating, and Noony's just having a nice time up there. Good lord, there seems to be something going on in the south there. Maybe they're having a party. Oh, that's right. A party. With fireworks, yes! Lovely fireworks. Here? Yeah. That was a nice bang. Hopefully none of ours got hurt. Well, we're safe with our explosives, right? Yes. So there you go. Big push here by Wolfe. Panzer Pioneer caught laying down a mine there. Up north there, but a light skirmish between Fortune and Noony. who continues. I mean, grab the north side, but the question is really worth it, all the losses inflicted. And we got an aircraft dropping in something here, I think, for Wolfe. We also got Indian Artillery chosen for Noony. Still light tanks being requisitioned, and we got a commando drop here from Wolfe, deep behind enemy lines. Good golly, that sounds like some kind of like, you know, modern spin-off on the Commander series. Deep behind enemy lines in Italy. Anyways, commanders here ready, Sten guns blazing in, but they're going to need some grenades here, but they're getting suppressed by the MG-34. 250 Chapter is surrounded by British forces as Wolfe continues assault up north here. Noony continues southwards from the north as all German resistance has pretty much vanished towards the south here. We got flares still being popped just in case. Very good work there by Noony. British forces advancing their commandos, forced away their machine gun ambush. Turn out to be them getting ambushed, not the machine gun. 6-pounder guns being prepared here for Noony and the British Empire, as the German troops are getting quite a workout running up all those damn stairs. Could it be like defense somewhere, I don't know, more flat? There's elevators. Mines down there. Section got the point here. We got the 6-pounder gun out here for Noony. German forces definitely finding that after the initial success of their little Blitzkrieg there, though, they have rather been forced a bit back. We got Noony there, who's actually taken quite a good advantage and just mined the North Road here quite extensively. Stuart light tanks on the way there for Noony. Panzergrenadier rushing forwards here. Yeah, no more stairs. Oh, scheiße. Well, I guess he won't need stairs anymore. Have to get a wheelchair. Anyways, Vickers there advancing 250 tank into another mine. Intense damage inflicted upon the light Schützen Panzerwagen there, but the Vickers is nonetheless forced back here in the face here of this brutal mechanized assault there from what I assume is Fortune and not Sir John Harrington. Machine gun wiped out. Great kill. We got more vehicles arriving. It's more half-track. We got Panzerjägers. We got just without Panzerjägers too. So we're back up to like a total of 4 250 half-tracks. So many Panzerjägers now. 6-pounder being hopped to the front line here. Grabbing the machine gun. Repositioning, repairing. Looks like the Germans preparing for another Blitzkrieg, but Noony is ready to assist. There's damn bloody Germans. Panzerjägers moving forwards. Panzerpioneer with the minesweeper out this time around here. Section taking cover behind the old, well, the bridge there. Meanwhile, a Stuart light tank has arrived to support Noony up on the north side. Wolfe advancing in the south. Now the Germans have prepared for the Blitzkrieg against Noony. That, of course, means Wolfe can more steadily advance in the south. But he's definitely still showing them signs there of the trauma inflicted once he got, like, swarmed there by the German mechanized half platoon there, or demi platoon, I guess, I don't know. South side here, section slow creeping forwards. Wolfe definitely a bit traumatized again. He's not quite as keen there, but he knows he has to be aggressive. Meanwhile, Noony here, Stuart light tank is getting pulverized by anti-tank rifle shots here, but also seems a bit better prepared for the incoming mechanized assault. That's that said, quick diversion here of troops. Perhaps a fang around Noony, perhaps just to hit Wolfe again, I don't know. But might lose that 250 half-track here. Quickly disengaging in the south here. The machine gun looks like it's finally going to become commanders. They're pushing in with their silenced Mark II Sten guns. Almost had the machine gun, but for some reason retreated. Must have been a misclick. And in the center, wipe again here on poor Wolfe. Machine guns being hauled forwards here by Noony. And we got another commando section. Could also call in the LMG commanders. Are going for the M1 pack house, I suppose. But certainly more commanders should be interesting. And we got another deep drop here from Wolfe. Another deep, deep drop. Meanwhile, mechanized column there heading southwards to engage with Wolfe's extended forces here in the south. He's really going to need something to support his men here. And there go driving in here. So John Harrington strikes at the isolated section here. Sappers need to withdraw here. Got one of the 250 half-tracks, a small win there for Wolfe against Sir John Harrington. At least I assume it's Sir John Harrington. Yes, indeed it is. And as all this happened, we got to push up the fuel point here. Panzerpioneer runs straight through the center where there is absolutely no British opposition. And we got the commanders here on their deep mission. Here we got 250 mortar half-tracks out for Fortune, providing with light artillery support here in the urban environment. Thumbs up. But the commanders are ready to strike. There we go. Quick snare grenade there. Forcing quite a bit of attempts to the mortar half-track. Could maybe finish off with the Sten guns, but no. Once more, it proves to be the MD-34 as the major headache here for the commandos. Close call, though. In the south, Sir John Harrington pushes forwards. In fact, let's pull to his perspective. He's gone for Italian Infantry. I was about to call it Indian Infantry, but no. That's the British one. Commanders here catching Panzer Pioneer, making incredibly short work of there with the Sten guns. North here, Gurkhas out for Noony, so there's a fair amount now of British elite infantry occupying the street. Smoke grenade here works until it does, at which point they're exposed again out in the middle of the road. And south side here, 250 half-tech hits another mine here from the British. Engine damage again, though thankfully Panzer Pioneers on hand. Good thing we were here, yeah. You would have been like such half-tech over here. Couldn't you like be a bit more nice about this? 9-bit Germans. Meanwhile, still light tank here breaking through, but with limited infantry support could become an easy target for German guns if there are any like nearby. But for now, though, there are none. The machine here being blasted, walls crumbling, windows tumbling, and we got an ambulance on the way there for Sir John Harrington. 250 rushing in here, going straight at the commandos and into the Vickers here. Good grenade here, could leave the half track in a bad state again. There we go. Another mine here, this time though for Sir John Harrington to hold up the British advanced commanders. Going in, guns blazing, half-techs looking away here to the rapid British commander rate here. Sappers moving in there, smoke deployed there. Actually researched it here to get smoke cannons for the half-tech. Thumbs up to Sir John Harrington. Up north there, Noony strikes here. Fortune catching his mortar after in the bad spot here. More machine guns out for Sir John Harrington. He's got like 3 of them. Clearly ready to turn this place into a Festung, which was the German designation for a city that had been defended for purpose. Well, Festerplatz, basically. Our way, basically when it was something was destined, it's like just be held to the last man, no matter the cost. You know who. So, and we got the designate defensive line here. Seems a bit early here, but oh well. More mines going off somewhere, lots of explosions. Fighting there continues to be quite intense here. It's to Fortune, who has also gone for Italian Infantry. Good golly, I'm just not so used to Italian infantry. So whenever a mine has go through that, for some reason goes for the other battle group, which is the Indians. Which is obviously a bit awkward. I do apologise. There you go, grenade off here, and the MD-34 cook grenade there, blasting apart their poor Helmut. Foot guards out here from Wolfe, so he's pushing that elite infantry line hard, in fact, rushing straight ahead there. You also got a company command post up for Noony. All of action here still, though. Machine gun here occupying, remaining in this position. Well, I'm guessing it's a doctor's house. They could see in that little bit there. Email here. Recce section there, definitely confirming German positions before withdrawing. We got an Achral out of Fortune now. Meanwhile, though, we still got 250 half-techs out there for John Harrington. And we got another commander section dropping down here. This time, though, would appear to be a light machine gun section. Again, he continues to find himself within range of machine guns. So that's 3 commander sections, 2 which with submachine guns, 1 light machine guns, and a foot guard section. Wolfe is going very hard on the infantry versus his opponent, that's for sure. North the Achlat pushing through here. Fortune's Panzer Pioneers pulling ahead. We got artillery fire there on the machine gun nest here in the doctor's house. Narrowly getting out there with the most narrow of margins. Section moving up here. Machine gun that's heading up here is going to overlook the area and start hosing down anyone caught on the wrong end of its gun barrel here. South side, we got Sir John Harrington moving up there, carrying a machine gun. Wolfe there moving forwards with a significant column of lead infantry. And far up north here, another push this time with Gurkhas with their Bren guns. Fighting happening. Building occupied, but I think they were quick to realise the building is ripe for collapsing. They're not careful. Grenades off here. Panzer Pioneer there. stand their ground in the face of the mighty Gurkhas. Very bold Panzer Pioneers, that's for sure. And it is over to Noony here, who's also got foot guards out. So there's a lot of foot guards here and they're out, which certainly, I mean, for a map like this, definitely is a very good choice. They got Thompsons, they got bazookas, and both of those certainly work quite well in this kind of urban environment. In the south here, commandos once been met with their nemesis, the MD-34. Wolfe, they're quickly backing off here. Worth noting, neither British players really consider like any artillery at the moment. We haven't seen like any mortars, heavy or, you know, light or medium, or like any howitzers yet. I mean, certainly some mortars in an environment like this would be a very good idea. I mean, there's a reason why Fortune had a mortar after out. North here, foot guards was the Panzer Grenadier. We got veteran squadrons up to Fortune's men. It's a quick note there, and it is only now I remember again the whole. I do apologise. Team colours, again, it just resets from time to time. I don't quite understand what's the basis for that one. Anyways, Panzer being caught here, foot guards rolling forwards. Routing the Panzer Grenadiers, almost wiping out their 250 half-tech. Aftercut, they're getting blasted. Vickers getting surrounded. Panzer's moving up. He's to a light tank, caught in a deadly crossfire. The only path is to head northwards across the stream, but it's too late, and the Panzerjägers pop it like a very ripe British pimple. But now Noony's brought in the Matilda 2 infantry tank, ripe for this kind of environment as well. There's shots going off, but they fail to penetrate the mighty armoured hide here. Panzerjägers have become the hunted, as the Matilda there absolutely ripped them apart. They got another to strike here, south side though. So John Harrington is making excellent progress. Wolfe here creeping through with the commanders in the centre. Atras disengaging, crashing through flower pots and other foliage. Left behind by some very clearly optimistic gardener. MD-34, they're covering here the centre road now, but that's have a bit of a gap that could be exploited. Mines going off, and the Matilda 2 suddenly finds its advanced grounding to halt as the engine gives out. In the southeast, Saps catching the Panzer trying to lay down mines. We got mines out as well there. Thumbs up to Wolfe. Foot guards advancing this point. The we got a second foot guard section out for Wolfe. And it's worth noting we yet to see any tanks for Wolfe though. You might want to consider some. And certainly at this point, Noony really should also consider some minesweepers. A lot more of them. There we go, sappers out, imagine minesweepers. Got the Western Plaza here being seized by the British commandos, causing chaos in the German lines. Fortune immediately counter-attacking here with his Panzerwaffe. We got the Panzer Army Commando up, and we got the Armoured Reserves researched here for Sir John Harrington. Over to Wolfe. Who continues his elite infantry build. Very bold build, that's for sure. 250 after there from Sir John Harrington, spotting here the foot guards. A lot of bazooka fire here, and of course other kinds of fire being directed at the lighter Schützen Panzerwagen. Panzer Pionier exposed out in the open here, could go down here in a moment or two. But Wolfe here and the 5th Rifle Company is focused on the centre. And now we got Guastatori out for Sir John Harrington, the Italian Assault Engineers. Quite good at the job, very elite. As a fun fact, and there's another fun fact, the Italian paratroopers actually had their own Guastatori attached to them. British artillery there being called in. Very good. Saps advancing up north here, backed up with the Matilda 2. But far up north here, section spotted here. Quickly diving in here to a nearby residential building. Setting up for a possible last stand against the Germans. Victory points wise is pretty close here. Noony, Wolfe here fortifying the centre against any German advance here. North Matilda is good to go. And the far south continues to be some minor skirmishing here between Wolfe and Sir John Harrington here. And oh, wow, okay, we got a 250 half-track with Guastatori riding along in it. That's actually, don't think I've seen that one before either. This match is definitely a match of a few firsts there, that's for sure. We actually got triple foot guards up for Wolfe now, and still not a single tank out of him. I do think you should consider starting investing into some tanks very soon. Like, you know, some Grants could be, for example, really good on this map with all its narrow confines. The 2 guns can really do a lot of damage very fast, particularly with some veterancy. But so far on that, we got the commanders, the foot guards moving forward here. 250 after coming back. Looks like it's going to bait the commanders of the mine here. Now going to the flamethrowers, the Guastatori, the Lanciafiamme, rendering the commandos into ash in a matter of seconds here. There you go, force off here. In the center of the British assault continues. Matilda moving in. We got air shells there, ripping apart interiors and exteriors. And we got the foot guards here as the Guastatori. The bazookas are doing damage, but against the flamethrowers of the Guastatori and the fact they're so bunched out, the foot guards actually at a high risk getting wiped out here. Commands me to block. The Hafter goes down, saving the last foot guard there. I'm sure he will be forever scarred from that. Over to Sir John Harrington, who keeps up with this Guastatori. Already veterans one got smoke being deployed here. The commanders, though, were not as fortunate as the foot guards, and they get artillery straight. Now we got the RF going in here with incendiary bombs. The Germans are running, the Italians are running. And the foot guards are going to be running right for all of that. Good golly. Matilda roaming up here. And the foot guards running straight past the Guastatori and the Beretta M38s and the Lanciafiammes. And we could see another wipe here on Wolfe. He is really just getting wiped. Matilda too are being overwhelmed, now lacking of support here. The foot guards, I think, we're remembering where they're supposed to be doing. And I'm moving in to assist alongside the Gurkhas and the sappers here. And that was a big explosion. And there you go. Panzerjäger's routed. Meanwhile in the south, we've got the Jagdhunters, the foot guards, the bazooka fire falls. And we still got the Guastatori though. And they're making an absolute mockery of the British elite. That is for sure. Foot guards moving in against the Guastatori. Already veterans too here. Could get a wipe here. That's certainly going to hurt Sir John Harrington here a bit, but at the same time, they definitely did their part if they do go down. And yeah, there we go. We've got Gurkhas on the retreat path here. Probably should have retreated those sooner, but I can also see why John Harrington here might have gotten a bit too excited during the entire thing. He also would appear to be stalling for the Tiger tank. That said, that's going to take a while there. And there's a chance that the Allies could actually gain like good map control just pouring in a lot of tanks. I feel like this is a bit too risky for Sir John Harrington. I would probably recommend a Panzer IV assault group or a Stuke assault group, then holding out for the Tiger tank. Personally, but that's just me, obviously. And of course, everyone else saying, but Dane, you always recommend the Sturmgeschütz. Of course, it's good. Anyways, troops sending out here, another massive assault column there for Wolfe. Still no sign of a single tank from him. Do find that to be a bit disturbing. Got ambulances out here for Noony, about time, considering all the casualties this place is providing. Grenades hit the light gun bomb there, blowing apart the machine gun crew there. Brutal stuff here, but then urban battle always tends to be quite brutal. Just look at Stalingrad. They weren't exactly calling that font for a picnic, now were they? Foot guards being caught up with infantry for the Panzer Pioneer and other fun stuff here. Panther flees out for fortune, rolling through the streets. At least one of them is not just holding up for the biggest of big tanks they can muster here for the Italian front line. South side, Wolfe rolling through here with his foot guards, his commanders, machine gun spotted far behind British lines. Bold move there by Sir John Harrington. It's over to fortune. We could also call in some Guastatori. Honestly, that would not be half bad. We got artillery now firing out here from the British Howitzer, slamming into the center here. Commander spotted here by the machine gun. Panzer Grenadiers rolling backed up a lot of Panzers. There you go. Could grenade here if they wanted to. Artillery fire here, to keep the victory point clear of any British forces. Commanders that are being ripped apart. Fighting continues to be intense. We got the Matilda on the move again. Not a lot of British tanks out of Noony either, truth be told. Could perhaps get a bit more going there, but that's that. Foot guards, I think, need to hold back for healing. Like several of them are right about to die. And I mean, you can talk about stiff upper lip as much as you want, but you know, better than rigor mortis. Until two falling back here. Section of the Panzerjägers. After there. Being hunted down here by the foot guards. Almost got in there, I think. Matilda holding back here. Still not a lot of sign of extra armor here. We got the Panzerjägers here dug in here in the West Plaza. Tank sappers moving forward here, occupying the mighty villa there. Panzerfleet is engaging. In the south, sappers continue to advance here. And we got Fortune with a Flak 36 response to Matilda 2 here. Bring in some mighty heavy anti-aircraft guns there. Thumbs up to Fortune. Got the commandos rolling up here. In the south here, Guastatori. Fresh ones out there for Sir John Harrington there. Ripping in here to the commandos and the foot guards with the M38 Beretta submachine gun. So excellent, even the Germans and the Allies actually liked it. Of course, the issue was they couldn't actually make enough on it, even when they, like, you know, made a simplified versions of them, which is still quite excellent, by the way, just not quite as excellent as the original. They just couldn't make enough there to supply both themselves and the Germans. But there you go, Matilda there, running into the Flak 36, mighty 8 hitting shields, they're slamming into it, causing immense damage to the British infantry tank here. It's over to, oops, not to John Harrington, but to Noony, desperately and firmly trying to save his Matilda's howitzer, though here he's been cooled down as well, so can't really John in the front either. We got light infantry guns out of a taller guy in the center, commanders there. Caught in a brutal clash here with men of Fortune's 7th Fallschirm Panzergrenadier Company. We got the foot guards up here. Matilda and deep need repairs. No sign of additional tanks here for Noony. And still none for Wolfe, from what I can tell. South side, we got Sir John Harrington's Guastatori, they're busy. And foot guards advancing with the Gurkhas. Flak 36 there. Forgot his high explosive shells, as Flak 36s did have, you know, the capability to just fire directly at infantry, but also to fire as artillery. Most people just think of it as like an anti-aircraft gun that could double as a tank gun, but it could also double as an artillery piece, and they would in fact in some cases use entire flak batteries as artillery parts. Fun fact there about the Flak 36. Fun fact. Foot guards running through the centre here. That's it, they're fairly unhealthy, and I think Wolfe would be better off served there by pulling them back before they get, you know, wiped. But there you go, grenades them. Vic is there, Panzer Thief after flanking the foot guards. I think he needs to retreat here before they get murdered up. Being guarded Ace, MD-35 here for taller gun. Oh, for John Harrington in the south here, foot guards with the machine gun here. Foot guards routed, and further up north here, section advancing backed up with the Matilda 2. Still no sound additional armor here for Noony, and none at all for Wolfe. Foot guards are being pursued quite aggressively through the scorched streets here of the eastern city. Foot guards here getting mauled by the MD-34. It is not particularly pretty going there, and it's over to Wolfe here with 5 foot guards. 1 commander section, 1 MG commander section. I mean, he definitely likes his commandos, or foot guards. I mean, they're quite handy, and I do like the overall, you know, thing about them, but I can't help but feel that 5 of them and no tanks at all is a bit much. I think he would get a lot more value out of his foot guards if they had some tanks to work with. And he calls in even more commandos. Goodness. Like, he is going all in on British elite infantry. I mean, gotta salute that. I mean, that is definitely commitment. But I still would like to see something like a bit armor to work with them. Meanwhile, far west here, we got Sir John Harrington with the Tiger tank from the 4th Schwere Panzerabteilung, the only heavy tank detachment in Italy, which would typically, you know, had several companies of Tiger tanks, but also some other elements like Panzerpioniere and even its own small Panzeraufklärer to sort of act as infantry support for the Tiger tank, and of course do a bit of light reconnaissance if necessary. Fun fact. But there you go, Panther was the machine gun, caught in a bad spot. He even got the Flak 36 now firing directly at it. Fortune's had enough. Matilda moving up here. Still not a lot of armor up for the British. We got 317 versus 259. Fortune being slowly routed here. We got artillery now called in here by the British on the Western Plaza. Could end up poorly. We got here, I think that looks like, you know, dig in there. Airburst shells are ripping through the outcline, causing immense damage here to both the Panther Fleet and the Flak 36. Tiger tank up the center. In the south here, Wolfe finding out with the Guastatori against Sir John Harrington. Machine gun there, Betty 2 versus the Gurkhas and the foot guards here. Tiger tank blowing up and blasting into the British positions. North line holds here. Fortune continuing to struggle here to break Noony's bulwark there in the south. Wolfe and Sir John Harrington continues their rather peculiar dance there, if you will. There's a Tiger tank here. Moves forwards here with a mix of infantry support here to try and break the British centre. like it's made out of sponge cake. Forwards, Otto! I want to see the English screaming when we blow them apart. Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of this big gun? Shut up, Otto! 17-pounder gun here from Noony. Good response here, forces back the Tiger. And we got the foot guards that are being spotted and routed. We got artillery. Oh, it's an incendiary bombing run. The RAF is at it again. The streets are about to burn. And we got an ambulance out here, I suppose, incensed on time, but at the same time not. Units there, consumed there in a sea of fire, a conflagration that the Italians certainly won't forget once they get back. There we go, quite explosive there, artillery firing down as well here. Ambulance, of course, immediately getting to work there. And it's over to Sir John Harrington again. Artillery fire there from his light infantry Geschütz there. The south side here, we got the commandos claiming the southern victory point. We got 237 versus 312. A brutal and punishing fight. 17-pounder gun being brought up here. Noony could feel like a bit more active up north. And what is this? We got Fortune here with a very aggressive 250 half-tech on the flanks here. Wonder what he's up to. Oh, he's going to grab the point with it. Or perhaps use the spot for artillery? Hard to say. In the center here, the British assault continues. Ambulance being called here. We got more artillery. Airburst shells will knock out the ambulance. Tiger tank taking a few hits. This 17-pounder gun wasn't set up in time by Noony, but is now. Could combine this with an anti-tank. Oh! No, he popped the S-mine launcher. Wow, we actually got to see it. 2 thumbs up. Very nice work. There was Sir John Harrington. British force there definitely can't pop a grenade with that. But the Tiger tank is forced away here by the mighty 17-pounder gun. Certainly one of the most powerful anti-tank guns of the war, and certainly one the British would seek to mount as on as many things as they could. For very understandable reasons. There was initially the Archer, then you'd have the Achilles, and of course the Firefly, and you had the A-30 Challenger. And there's also the Comet with a slightly shortened version of it. Fun fact there, by the way. Grenades off the ambulance. Somehow doesn't get immediately obliterated by the 17-pounder gun shot there. Very lucky there for Fortune. Over 10, by the way. 173 here versus 312. The British with Wolfe and Noony here pushing through. Their lead infantry are just cutting the way here through the German lines, but it's coming at a pretty high cost here. The Tiger tank is taking more direct hits now from the British artillery. It's almost knocked out. Otto, get us out of here! Why are you sounding like that, Herr Hauptmann? I got something in my throat! I think it's the Palpatine! Anyways, Panzerwing 40 catching the 17-pounder gun. Up north here, machine gun with 6-pounder gun slowly advancing up to the western plaza. Center wants more help by British forces at a high cost. In the south side here, foot guards, whereas the Guastatori now equipped with flamethrowers. We even got Fortune with Guastatori. That is quite a few Guastatori, by the way. 2 thumbs up here from the Propaganda Ministry. We got the Flak 36 here, going at it. Hoping to hit. But again, they forgot the high explosive shells for some reason. There we go, British artillery joining in. Not British artillery, German artillery. I'm sure the British artillery will soon be joining in, though. Make no mistake. And there you go. Joining it does. Ambulance there suffers a massive concussive blast. Machine gun almost survives. Nearly survives. The light infantry gun does not. Foot guards moving forwards here. It is an all-out assault here. And there you go. Machine crew wiped out. More troops are running here. Noony is pouring in men. The Tiger tank is being rushed into the battle here to provide some kind of backbone because the defenses here are crumbling. Fortune desperately calling artillery here to keep back the British, recruiting the 17-pounder of Flak 36 again. Foot guardsmen for full feet, targeting the ambulance. And there you go, ambulance down. So much artillery, so much elite infantry, so much carnage. Light infantry gun, what? As soon as he gets recruited. Everything is just exploding. Again and again. And again. More ambulances out. We got another Matilda out here, and Wolfe continues to operate on a absolutely no tanks basis. In the south here, another elite assault routes Sir John Harrington's southern positions. And the British now commanding the Flag 36 until they accidentally kill it themselves. You sure the artillery won't fire anymore? I'm very sure. Alright. Tiger tanks in line, the foot guard, Guastatory, they're hard to work fixing up their section wiped out by the Tiger tank. Over to Noony. Losses starting to pile up from his losses foot guards, his lost sections. He's got a veteran 3 Howard, so he's only got 1 Matilda. The artillery piece definitely has got some kills in. Airburst shells again. He's just popping airburst shells wherever he can, cousin. There you go. Undercover smoke there. Fortune once more recruits the Flag 36. And up north, the 250 after she's got them the point and like no one's bothering with it. Very lucky there for Fortune, I guess. We've got 304 123. And another grenade clears out the Flag 36 again. We could see Fortune lose an entire Panzer Grenadier squad. More artillery fire, by the way, almost taking out the foot guards. South side got the victory point. He almost got a triple cap on the Germans. Flag 36 being destroyed. Tiger tank fixed up, ready to join the warfare once more. Panzer III hold back for repairs, 250 ground points. But the British forces under the 1st Division are making good progress here. The plaza has been claimed at an incredibly high cost. But there you go, Guastatory with Tiger support counter-attacking here. A German Italian force here clears the plaza, forcing the British towards the centre here. Can they break through? Can they succeed? Or will the British hold the line and grind the German advance into fine Prussian dust? With a bit of marinara mixed into it, I guess. Anyways, Tiger tank advancing, taking hits, bazooka finds to the side armor. He could go for the stun shot here, which in front of the 17 pounder gun could be devastating, but no. Oh, he cuts it off there, perhaps just beyond the range of the 17 pounder gun. Yes! Talk about lucky there. Panther arriving here for Fortune with assault grenadiers riding up. In the south here, we got another Panther for John Harrington. That's 2 Panther 4s and a Tiger tank. We got 98 points left for the Germans. Will this be enough to turn the tide, though? The British assault, though, is coming at a high cost there. Matilda down. There's another Matilda versus the Panther for 6 pounder gun. Cleared out. Lying on top of ruin there. Tiger tank moving forward. Artillery fire just... Like, this plaza's taking so many shells there. Like, they're going to be digging out, like, just duds for, like, decades, if not centuries. Like, you know, it's going to be the year 25,000, and like, you know, and they're going to like have to stop work because they found another undetonated artillery shell there. Anyways, Tiger tank pushing forward, engaging the Matilda. Panther 4 in the center, they're getting hit by the 17 pounder gun. May want to disengage before losing it entirely. 17 pounder gun missing thanks to the smoke here. Tiger tank racing after the Matilda 2 in the south here. The other Panther 4 is relaxing. Fortune is about to lose his Panther 4 in the center. It's owed to Wolfe. 304 56. Tiger tank advancing. Final Matilda there. Blown apart. At least final Matilda for now. We got more artillery from the British here, I think. In the face of the German advance. So John Harrington slimming up elements to support his Tiger tank here as they're rolling through the northern battered streets here. Ambulance sort of slightly stunned out there. Panther 4 waiting, still repairing itself. And we got foot guards being committed here by Wolfe to reclaim the southern points from the Germans. Lots of foot guards. And they're going to assault on the southern hill here. Foot guards leading the charge. And we got more commandos. A man more dedicated commanders than Wolfe here, I think, does not exist. In the center there, foot guards holding the line here narrowly. 17 pounder gun cleared out. Up north, the assault is on here from Sir John Harrington here, looking to claim northern point. We got 304 versus 36. If the British can hold for a bit longer to get the southern victory point, they could actually win this on the spot. But the Panther 4 here is holding up a firm defense here of the southern point here, preventing the British from just easily claiming getting that triple cap going. We got 31 versus 304 here. Up north, the Germans have managed to break through here. Noony's defenses faltered, they broke, and the Germans are pushing forwards. The entire front line is in a state of pretty much perpetual crisis. Stoops being rushed in, a 17-pounder gun. Desperately crewed here by Wolfe. His gunner slamming into the Shoot 3D as Fortune orders his men forwards, no matter the cost. Panther fleet been committed, smoke being deployed here. Stu goes down, the munitions have been cooked off. Southern victory points claimed. He got 3 and 4 versus 15. The Germans are at the precipice of defeat. Over to Sir John Harrington. Fortune sort breaking through here. The Panzers are driving all over Wolfe here like he's made out of pancakes, or soon to be pancakes. And the 17-pounder gun there is, well, permanently sent off. Matilda rushing northwards here. Tiger tank, ace level now. 38 kills, 3 tank kills. 17-pounder gun being destroyed. Fresh counterattack here from John Harrington. Assault gurney's running on the Panther 4 there. 2 thumbs up. Foot guards in the way. They got 5 points left for the Germans. 5. Going in here, commandos are in a state of deep trouble here. They're looking to contest, but in the end, the only thing they contested were their own chance of survival. There go foot guards here surrounding the Panther 4, the bazookas. They've even got an ambulance out for Fortune. Panther 4, the driving, got another 17-pounder up for Noony. It's just utter chaos here as the British are frantically looking to close in the match here. No match the cost, but the Germans are fighting fiercely and managed, it seems, to have actually halted the bleed for now, and the British may in fact now have exhausted themselves right before the finish line. It's hard to say here. They still got plenty of points. They could reorganize, they could launch one fateful counterattack to turn the entire thing around again. And there go lots of infantry in Northern Victory Point. Got the center one there. Oh dear, they could still win this. They could still win this. There you go, the artillery calling, I think, here. Yes, it's ready to the artillery here on all the points. Tiger tank falls in the back. You can even pop. I think even popped here the S-man launcher. We just missed it. But yeah, it doesn't matter in the smoke. And there you go, Gurkhas got, well, pickled, that's for sure. And the section there is about to get pickled as well here in the brine. The Germans seemingly have laid control of victory points now. Noony, it would appear, has pretty much lost almost everything except a few vehicles and the artillery piece there. He has no infantry left. In the south, though, Wolfe, of course, still has plenty of infantry, plenty of commandos, but with Noony out of the fight, the question is, what can he do before Sir John Harrington and Fortune just getting something his foot guards and commandos then? It's a bit of a tough one here. Panther 4 flanking in here from Sir John Harrington, catching the 17-pounder gun here. Very nice flank, thumbs up. Tiger tank being repaired here. 54 kills. 6 vehicle kills. An absolute beast. 17-pounder gun wiped out. And truck destroyed. They're going for the center victory point. We've got 5 versus 206 here. Is, I think, do or, you know, not do here for Wolfe. And the last desperate bit here to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Fortune rolling in the ambulance. Panther 4 counterattacking here. Oh, to Fortune. Gurkhas rushed out here by Noony. Committing some of the British Empire's finest troops here against the Germans. Wiping a Pack 38 crew. Could rush for the northern point, but the Tiger tank is ready on overwatch. In the south here, though, I mean, Fortune's got next to nothing left himself. Like, the Germans are just also frantically pouring in everything they got just to hold on here. It is a desperate battle here on both sides. Desperate. Phew. This, of course, makes for great entertainment. And there we go. Panther moving forwards here. Defense line does appear to be a fairly good ability to obviously actively used. 5 versus 143 here. Gurkhas rushing into the foot guards. Units rowdy there. Sappers being rushed in. Looks like things are simmering down. They're just talking, so may just be over now. Got GG there from Noony. Typically is where you get the game over there. Apparently some of them forgot to hold fire down, not hold fire on the foot guards, but there you go, GG, game over. And that is it, an absolutely brutal and spectacular 2v2 here on Aere Perennius. It's definitely not a map that's popular with a lot of 2v2 players, but you know, it definitely can provide for some spectacular fights. That was very intense there, as both players just looking to close out at times there. A lot of action, of course. I do think Wolfe should have gone for some tanks, and Noony could benefit from more, and I do think, you know, Sir John Harrington was risking a bit by going straight for the TIE tank without anything armored as well there for him. But, you know, overall, still a really nice fight with some absolutely spectacular moments. So I hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. You can also support the Propagandacast with its daily effort to provide videos by donating or pledging on Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial listening. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for a nice episode. Bye, everyone.